Good evening, everyone. Sorry I didn't let everyone know that I was coming on live tonight, but it is what it is. I've had one of those afternoons. So if you're here tonight with me now live, thank you for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for taking the time to pop in. And if you're over on YouTube, thank you also. No card making tonight, but I do want to show, I'm going to feature a technique that I discovered while I was doing some research on YouTube, as you do. So, the lovely Christine Stokes. Now she's from the UK. She's got a video up showing us how to do this technique as well. That's where I discovered it. And this is the card that I made using the technique. Now she called it toilet paper molding, which is kind of, you know, a little bit gross, but I've decided to call it tissue molding for card making, because you can use either clean toilet paper, of course, toilet paper, or tissues or serviettes. So this is the one that I did in advance, and for this technique you actually need a stamp that has a negative image, and I think this is probably the only current one that Stampin' Up have at the moment, and I've used this image here, this stamp here, and what I've done, and I don't know, for some reason I can't see comments. I'm not kidding. Oh, anyway, I'm not sure what's going on. No, technology has confounded me again. And I'm tired tonight because I didn't sleep too well last night. Let me see if I can go back to my page. Nope, that's not what I'm after. I'm just trying to find my page, guys, to see if I can read comments, because I'm sure I'm going to have questions on this, but no, it's not. Comments aren't showing up either. Anyway, all right. Okay, so this card, I used this image here, and I would like to retry it with this one. I think it'd turn out probably a little bit better, because I've lost a lot of the detail in here. Christine used a square. It's a negative image, but because it's from another company, it was actually like a square, a rectangle, and it kind of worked. It worked a little bit better, because you end up with a rectangle and a frame around your image. But this is what I used, and I want to try it with that. But she suggested that you can also use it with embossing folders. So this is one that I did yesterday, and I let it dry overnight. And this is using, I don't even know what it's called. The that lovely fern embossing folder that it has. It's actually 3D, so it will the image came up quite nice. So that is actually the side that I peeled. That's actually the side that I've peeled up from, and this is the side that I worked on. So when it finishes drying, you peel it off, and this is what you get. And then you can either cut it down. Please don't think you can go in and die cut this, because what will happen once you put it through your die cut machine, you will actually lose all that lovely dimension that you've got. So for my card, what I did is I actually drew a circle around the section that I wanted, and then I cut around it with my snips, and then created my focal point there on the front of my card. Okay, so tonight I thought I would get the bricks and mortar embossing folder, and I'm going to use not the top plate. I'm just trying to think. No, it's the bottom one we need to use. With the fern, it doesn't really matter, but for this, oh no, maybe? No, we do need to use the top, because we kind of want that the brickwork to show. And I'm using serviettes, and I've actually cut these in half, and we're going to use serviettes. Okay, you'll need a spray bottle. What I've also done is I've added some, this is just water with a few drops of crumb cake ink. So I'm thinking I might do a colored, a little bit of color on my wall. And you'll also need some stiff bristled brushes. Now these I found in my cupboard that were left over from my kids' school days, and I've actually taken cut the handles off and sanded them so that they're smooth on the ends. But so you don't need anything fancy. They just need to be stiff, nice and stiff, which will help get the paper into all the little tiny places. And we're going to place our serviette down, and I'm probably not going to have enough, and there we go. And we need to saturate it, get it quite wet. And then using our brush, I'm going to run out of that, but that's fine. Using our brush, we're now going to pounce and work the tissue. And I need more water. Oops. Oops, wrong end, goose. Work your tissue into all the grooves. Don't worry about the creases. And don't worry if you've got, like if your tissue or your serviettes or if you're using toilet paper has a brand name all over it, because what happens is once you wet it, it actually disappears. So we're going to go again, and I'm going to turn this around this way. Now, don't be impatient with this. It really does need to be left to dry overnight. And you probably need 4 or 5 layers, depending on the thickness that you're using. pushing all those air bubbles out. And that is like, that's quite wet. That it really is quite wet. I'm sorry if there is questions because I really can't see for some reason. And yes, I've got my, oh, here we go. Ah, my comments just came up. All right. Who have we got joining us here? Bev and Heidi. Oh, Heidi, thank you. You're here. You made it tonight. And Lisa, I know you're tired too. You've had a big day. Fern 3D. Thanks, Bev. And here's one I prepared earlier. Damn straight it is. All right. Okay. All right, so now I really do only have, I'm wondering if I can, all right, because I've actually, like, there's only that much left in it and I've only done 2 levels, 2 layers. All right, so there's kind of 7 drops in there. Have I got some water somewhere? Oh, not that one. That's not going to work. I'm in my trolley. I have a bottle of water. Let's see if I can actually tip this in without... Where's a towel? Let me get a towel. And I'll top this up without making a mess, in theory. There we go. Give it a good shake. When you're mixing your re-inkers with your water, you need to give it a good shake because the re-inkers are quite concentrate and they are quite thick. So all that lovely colour will just sink to the bottom. All right. Whoops. So we'll get some more tissue or whatever you're using. And this, once it's dry, will make a lovely background. And what I'll do is that once it's dried tomorrow, I will see if I've got, try and make a card and put it up on my page. I'm really enjoying this colour that I'm getting. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And you just keep, I'd probably add maybe one more or maybe another layer, 1 or 2 layers to this. And keep it at that. I do have a little bit of air in here, so let's try and get that out. And don't worry about what it looks on this side. This is not the side that you'll present on your card. It's the side that's underneath that will come out and be used. Get those air bubbles out. And I've got a bristle there. Gotcha. All right. And I'm doing, might just do one more. And I think that's, oh no, that's really not quite thick enough yet. And it's quite hard to tell when it's wet. It's really simple, and the end result is amazing. I guess, you know, you could also wet down a piece of cardstock if you like and just run it through your embossing folder and your embossing machine if you're a little bit impatient. But, you know, this is much more fun. Oh, Lisa, exactly right, Lisa. That's just what I said. Hey, you could run it through. Like, you could definitely close that up and run it through. And I'm just, oh. And that would get rid of all those air bubbles. Should we try it? This is just so wet. Who's counting? How many layers have I done? Oh, Sharon! Sharon, I'm getting a special visitor tomorrow. Aren't I, Sharon? I'm so looking forward to it. Sharon's coming all the way down from Rockhampton for a visit. She's on her way, stopping on her way down to the sunny coast, I believe. Yes, try it, Lisa says. All right, we're going to try it. If I get water everywhere in my machine and stuff up my machine, Lisa, I'll blame you, right? Possibly lay a towel down so it catches the water. Yeah. Right, I do need... All right, we're going to do it. We'll do it. We're going to close it up. All right, so this is a 3D embossing folder. So you need your base plate, which is plate number 1 and plate number 4, and we're going to run it through. Oh. Okay, guys, I'll bring my machine over. Can we see? Are you in screen? All right, we're going to run it through. Woo. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh, my word. Oh, it is a bit of a mess. Ooh. Because it's just squashed all that water out. But this looks kind of cool. And for some reason, yeah, wow. Oh, that's actually, oh, I'm not sure what, yeah. This is the side I want, which is quite, that's going to look amazing when that dries because it's kind of got a blue in it. So obviously crumb cake has blue in its makeup. Oh, what a mess. But there you have it, guys. I'll let that dry overnight and then we will play with that tomorrow and make a card. Oh, freaking awesome, she says. Yeah, it is. It is. I love it. It's a real brick wall kind of look, isn't it? Oh, I'm glad you think so, Sharon. All right, for some reason it's pushed, like, well, that is still damp, that bit, but it's all pushed that that water out that way. I might, no, I'm not going to run it through again, but yeah. I just have to wait. Be patient, she says. Be patient. Because, and that's what Lisa, not Lisa, that's what Christine says. She says I can be too impatient. and pick it up before it's properly dry. But oh, awesome. All right, guys. And me too, Sharon. I am looking forward to it, but I've got so much to do before you get here. Didn't I ever show you my wet card? Did I? You possibly did, Heidi, but I'm not sure whether I can remember. You'll have to remind me. Definitely remind me. Give me a nudge. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Good night and take care, and all being well, I will be here 7 o'clock again next week. I kind of like this time. It's a little bit friendlier for those now that that are affected by daylight saving, and also what was I going to say? I don't know. It just makes it an earlier finish too for me, starting at 7 o'clock. It just means I need to be super organised. Super organised on a Wednesday night so I can be here. Another thing that I was talking to you, Bev, about Christine on these cards. She used some gold paste over the top and just highlighted the raised areas. So if you've got some, like Stampin' Up had this in their catalogue quite a few years ago, and I'm guessing that if you've still got some stashed away somewhere, get it out and just rub a little bit over the top of those raised areas, and just to highlight them. I think it'd be maybe not gold on for this one, but you know, I think there was a champagne which would look lovely with the I think this is grey granite cardstock. So that's it. And I will also make a card with this one. I've been inspired by a card that I saw Martin Stone from Martin's Mayhem create, and I want to try and case that one using this lovely fern, 3D fern. So cool. All right, guys, take care. Oh, was there Bev? Yeah, I don't know. There was gold, copper and champagne, I thought. Maybe. I don't know. You've got yours somewhere, Heidi. Get it out. Use it. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodnight for real now, and we will see you all again next week. Take care. Bye for now.